Hi, my name is Vivi Stutz. I'm a licensed mental health counselor and I'm working in private practice, Phoenix Rises Counseling. And I am here to give you as much resources and tools for free so you can seek your own trauma treatment and heal. And I want to follow up on my previous video in which I was discussing the available trauma treatments and the upsides and downsides of those treatments, even though I did not discuss the downsides of EMDR, I realized. And then I also realized that, yeah, it's tempting to just try it because you might be curious, and because there are these programs available on the internet where a dot moves back and forth over the screen and maybe some instructions. Please don't do it. Don't do EMDR on your own. It is a very powerful tool. It's a tool that pulls up a bad memory or a whole string of bad memories really out of the amygdala, updates it, and then stores it somewhere else in a different file of your brain in the hypothalamus. In the amygdala are the very, very bad experiences that I should be afraid of. And in the hypothalamus are processed memories of, well, bad events or good events, just events that happened in the past, to put it very simply. And so if you do EMDR, you don't know what you're pulling up, what you're bringing up out of your memory. And there are memories that are tucked away so securely that you may have no idea that they're there. I see this very often in when I'm working with clients. We think we're dealing with one thing and oops, a much bigger thing comes up. And so you don't want to play around with that because you don't know what you might be awakening, and then you're stuck with it on your own. And it could be a terrifying memory. It could cause a flashback where you're reliving the experience as if it's happening in the moment. You could have extreme anxiety. You could become depressed. You could dissociate, so mentally going away, that you don't remember what you're doing afterwards. You have no conscious awareness of where you are, where your body is at the moment at the extreme. So there are risks involved in EMDR. And so you need a MGS certified specialist, or at least an EMDR trained clinician to perform EMDR safely. So don't expose yourself to something that might flood your awareness, and then you have no tools how to handle it. Because the licensed practitioners, they have tools to contain a memory. They won't just say, time's up. You scrape yourself off the floor on your own. You're crying all over the place. Snot on my couch. So goodbye. The licensed practitioners have to contain the memory, so calm you down and bring you back into the present, and then work through the memory in baby steps, very, very carefully. And if you do that on your own, you don't have the skills. You don't know what you're letting loose. It's like opening Pandora's box. You have no idea what's in there, and then you're left on your own to deal with it. Very bad idea. And as an example, and it's not EMDR related, but just as an example of what triggering a memory can do, I'm thinking of a time when I wasn't an EMDR therapist yet, and I was in Germany, and I was talking to someone about World War II because I love history. And I was asking about the fall of Berlin in April of 1944. As the Russian armies were coming into Berlin, occupying it. It was being bombed, and the person lived in Berlin at the time. And just my question just about historical events triggered a memory for them that was so deeply pushed away that they had no idea the whole life. It was an older person. They had no idea in their whole life that it ever happened to them. And just my question triggered a full-blown flashback. So the person was reliving that childhood trauma in the moment as if it was happening. Bombings, bomb sitting, very scary. Reliving it in the moment so intensely. And also when a flashback is being triggered, so that person in their experience was a small child, a small helpless child, not the adult. They really were. And I know I talked with them for a long time, but I couldn't,